speech at their wedding. I want a long speech.
And because of that, and because of the pleas from my number 2 daughter, that should sort of have a medium to long speech. I will start by saying it's thanks to the aunties and the uncles and the nephews and nieces and the sisters and the good friends that Melanie has made this day possible. Otherwise, I would have strangled the bugger 3 times at least. Anyhow, I didn't strangle her, and she is here, and she has had a lovely day, and believe it or not, and I am totally amazed. You agree? I know he does, yeah. I am amazed. I was speechless like that also when Melanie said she was going to organise her own wedding. And it grieves me to say that she's made an excellent job of it without I'll sit down now.
Oh.
No, I have to go on.
Another 15 more minutes.
No, I can't say much more. I don't want to say much more.
More!
You're next.
That's fine.
Because of you know, Home Alone. You can't remember these movies, Home Alone. Well, unfortunately, with my daughters, I've been sort of that guy, home alone with me, travelling around the world, and she was lucky to go to many places when she was younger, but when she grew up and pretended she knew what she was doing, I probably have seen more of my grandchildren than I have of her. And then she came to this godforsaken paradise.
I'll be Wales. Don't insult my Welsh friends.
I said godforsaken paradise here in Welsh Wales, boy. And she's not even in one of the valleys, you know, but there we are.
Don't do valleys.
And we have been blessed today with sunshine. Because every time Marjorie and I have been here to help and look after the kiddywinks and things like that, it's peed down.
Proper Welsh weather.
Proper Welsh weather, but it's been kind to us today and yesterday, and there must be a Welsh dragon up there that I've favoured somewhere along the line. Bless us with that. That's right. Unfortunately, the daffodils were about 6 months ago, so they wouldn't last that long. I'm not going to say much more. Melanie's been her own person. She wants to do her own thing, she's done it. She's married a super guy who's bloody hopeless at DIY. In a way, I'm pleased about that because he keeps asking me to come back here to finish all the jobs that he's cocked up to start. So there's always an excuse for me to come here to this lovely wigwam, this chapel. And what more can I say? He's the only guy who's, from instruction from Melanie, who can put, you know, the Black & Decker workhorse that helps you make things. From instruction from Melanie, he managed to put the legs inside out.
Still works.
Only because I've changed the legs around the other way. But this is combined effort between the two of them. They can't even get the workhorse to work right.
But he can restore antique
Oh,
clothes.
it doesn't matter.
But, oh, I'm not talking about him, I'm talking about you. Steve, for some reason, saw something shining. I don't know whether it was in a distant tunnel and things like that, when he found Melanie, you know. And he thought, well, she may be the one for me. And for some reason, and I'm not sure which yet, that he's figured out, saw in Melanie something that I obviously hadn't found for a long time. You know, this artistic talent, this organisation talent, this ability to look after bambinos, and because I've never had to, Margie has had to look after our bambinos, but somehow Melanie has done the business. She's learned to drive. I can remember 30 odd years ago Melanie learning to drive, and she still doesn't know which her bloody right hand is.
I know, the vicar said today, left hand, I gave him the wrong hand today.
So how on earth she ever passed the test, I have no idea.
Ask that lady, she taught me.
But I was born at a very early age and so was she, so she's been learning for 30 years. What else can I say about this lovely lady who's sitting next to me? Nothing. No,
He's not talking about
that's
you.
unfair.
No, I didn't think you were talking about you.
You've had your days, my friend.
No, yeah. Her sisters have preceded, you know, this marriage bit before, and they've ended up lucky with their men. And Ben and Aaron, who's not here, who's looking after. What's your name?
Children.
Emma. I'm hopeless with my girls.
Hold that up so we know.
It's only Lucy I ever get right.
And she's called Stephanie.
And then she's But that's when you're a dad and you have 3 girls. It's always a problem being surrounded by female type women. You never have a chance.
Female type. As opposed to real female.
You possibly win. And I used to keep saying, well, Tanya used to go to the disco when she was only 14. And I said, yes, but I've never had a girl who was 14 before. Well, I'm 14 now, but now she's 16. And so you always had to keep changing the rules. And Melanie, more than anybody, she used
It was
to
your
write
fault.
the rules. She used to write the rules.
into this at some point.
And she's been grossly misinformed some occasions by famous friends. You know, talk about Harry Potter books. These 3 could be, you know, in their own right could be Harry Potter. In fact, can you remember the movie, The Witches of Eastwick? Right? These would be perfect for this movie.
Tracy said you were allowed in the pub at 11 as long as you didn't get caught.
Anyhow,
Not when you were 11.
she's been a lucky girl. We've been lucky with the weather. We've been lucky with the way everything that Melanie's organised has turned out, and fortunately it's turned out trumps. And how Marjorie has put up with this, sitting in the background, like every good mum wants to interfere. No. Help out. I didn't mean interfere, sorry, I didn't mean those words. We want to help, and we're old-fashioned, and we have old-fashioned ideas of how things want to be done, or how we think that we want them to be done. But you have to sit back sometimes and listen to your own daughters and say, no, this is how we would like it. So we sat back, and this is how she wanted it, and this is what she's got.
Yeah.
Thanks for all coming. Lovely friends. And for the first and last time, I'm going to toast one of my daughter's weddings. The old married. Melanie and Steve.
Ah.